Yeah. Oh, there you are, you're down there. Welcome to another video. I'm just going to show people the technique that I use to attach tapes around the perimeter. I've shown it quite fast on other videos, all sped up, but I think if I do it a little bit slower, this will be a little bit easier for people to follow. So the tape I use to stick to lace is Walker's lace support tape, that one there. That's usually the best one that sticks to lace bases. Extended bond's also a good one. But what I essentially do, most people who are using tape will have tape around the back and side edges. This is the front, and at the front they will just have glue, but the glue of course goes onto your scalp, not directly onto the lace. But you just get a nicer hairline that way. But basically what I do is I take little sort of 1.5 to 2 inch strips of tape and just very carefully just take off the corners. By taking those corners off, it allows you to get the side edge of the tape right to the very edge of the lace base. And then I've already done it on the tape that's on the lace at the moment. And then I overlap the tape, so very carefully just peel back the previous tape, and with those corners taken off, it just allows you to get it right to the edge. If you don't take those corners off, then you're obviously going to get those corner bits sticking overlapping into the hair. So it's quite important to do that, and also the whole thing of overlapping is really overlapping each strip is important. Obviously with different people's templates, everyone's got different sizes and different angles to the actual shape of the lace, this curvature around here. So you've got to obviously just use your skill a little bit to try and work out what shape and what length of tape you need. But you get a much more secure, stronger attachment by doing a continuous band like this. Helps to have a kind of decent nail as well. To can be a bit fiddly as well, to be honest. I mean, there are tapes you can get that have got the kind of break in the middle, which allows you to peel them apart, but they are quite expensive. I mean, if you master these, then this usually is the best way. Just spin the mannequin as we go. I think there's contour tapes you can get out there as well, which some people find easy as well. But the trouble with contour tapes, you've got to hope that the actual contour matches the curvature of your hairline, so it doesn't always work out well. I mean, there are some people who do have tapes at the front as well. You know, even these tapes, I don't think it looks as good with the hairline, a taped hairline, as opposed to a glued one. But yeah, some people just do a continuous hoop all the way around. But that's usually people who tend to wear their kind of fringes down and not kind of swept back. So you see I've got quite a long piece of tape now, because there's quite a long straight edge on the lace. So that kind of is basically it. And then what this person would do then to attach it, I'll give you a little tip. There's a great product, this one here. It's called Position Spray. This is by Walker's. And this makes it all easy. So what you would normally do is, so make believe that this is your head. You would simply put the system on your head like this, with the backing tape still on. Move it around until you get the perfect position. You look into a mirror, you hold a mirror behind you to check you've got everything on square, and then you just tend to pull up the front, and with like an eyeliner pencil or something, just do a little center point down the middle of your nose, and then just to make sure it's in the right place, just a little dot on the lace itself, and then you just, with this pen, just dot around with the eyeliner pencil. Some people use a white eyeliner pencil. I've got a dark one today, but just do little dotted lines around there, the front, just so you know where you've got to glue up to. And of course, when you do put the glue on, just use a little bit of scalp protector on the end of your on the end of your finger, just to kind of wipe away the dot. So it's just a case of, if you've got a glue brush in your hand, you would just wipe off the dot, put the glue there, wipe off the dot, put the glue there, because obviously you want to remove, you need the dots obviously to find out and get the accurate placing of the hairline, and try and get the glue just ever so slightly in front of where that front edge of lace sits. But that's in a second. You'll do that. First of all, we want to get the position, but with our dots on there and using the position spray, what I then do then is take all the backing off. Now, of course, you know, if you're doing this on your own, there's no way you're just going to be able to roll it on in one piece, because it's going to be on wonky or slanted. Now, that's very sticky at the moment. So the great product that this is, the position spray, you simply pump that all over the tape. You get about 10-15 seconds, but that is absolutely non-sticky now. So it gives you that vital 10-15 seconds to put the system on, move it around, line it back up with your dots in the center of your forehead, and then what happens is this liquid will evaporate in about 10-15 seconds, and the stickiness will come back. But that 10-15 seconds just gives you enough time to maneuver the system, and then simply you stay still and then just press it down, and that will get rid of any creases or any bumps, anything like that. It's all nice and flush. Probably is, yeah, that's actually stuck now. You can see me pulling the hair, that's stuck. so it's a great little product. You can also use it for the glue as well. Obviously the glue goes onto your forehead first, then once it's tacky you spray that over. It does exactly the same thing, and then just roll down the lace. Because it's already in place now, what you would do, you would just simply, with the glue that whole section, remove those black dots as well. And it's very easy to do. It's just like a hairline clean at this stage. You just pull from the center and then creep the front of it down. Don't kind of pinch it like this. If you kind of have that kind of movement, then you'll end up with a sort of wavy hairline. You know, the lace will be buckled almost. You know, it won't be flush and flat, which it needs to be be completely invisible. And so the best way to achieve that is to pull it out from the center, down. Pull it out from the center, down. You know, and eventually it'll be perfect position. Then if that was glued down, just pat it all down, bit of conditioner through it, style it, and there you go. That's how to get the perfect position using tapes and glue with the position spray. Okay, now obviously once that's all bonded, you'd wear it for 2 or 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks if you're lucky with a dry scalp. But then of course what goes on must come off eventually. So I'll give you a quick idea of how you take the system off without doing any real damage to it. The product you'll need for that is the blue lace release spray. So what you simply do, I mean, if you just pull the system straight off, because the front isn't glued down yet, of course, you know, you're going to get that kind of pull in. And if you just pull that away, then the hair can be pulled by the tape through the hair side in on the lace side, and then you've kind of lost that hair. So one way, an important way to kind of reduce that and stop that happening, is to spray, I've got the wrong one in my hand, the lace release straight through the lace itself. You can't do it with skin bases obviously, because no liquids can penetrate it, but with a lace base it's fully ventilated. So you simply just spray that straight through where you know the tape is on the other side, and it completely disables the attachment, and it should allow you to pull the lace off without doing any damage or pulling hair through. See, already it just peels off easily. Oh, there's a bit of tape in the middle I forgot about, so I'll just put a little bit more through the middle, and it literally just comes off nice and easy. And that will keep your system lasting as long as possible without losing those unnecessary hairs. There you go. And then under normal circumstances you would just normally clean that as normal, but that's the way to get it off when you've got a tape attachment. You can also use it with a glue attachment. You simply just spray that at the front and then just peel it back gently. Exactly the same applies.